Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. And today's topic is this particular Indian from India, that's in the US, is being denaturalized, or the documentation is being put forth for his naturalization authorization to be revoked for his atrocious criminal history that he lied about when he put forth the documentation to want to request to become a citizen or become a naturalized citizen in the US. How many others that also need to be denaturalized that have lied? When I saw this story, I was like this. Because also there are certain numbers of Indians from India that are used as well as a bufferness, right, against Black Americans. See, this is why this little archaicness of just saying people of color, minorities, communities of color is silly. You understand? Because when you look at certain numbers of Indians from India, they have the similarity of melanation in their skin. And unfortunately, there are some Black Americans, beside a few exceptions, that allow people to play this little people of color game with them. You understand? Just like we have some good Indians from India, there are some bad ones that also will lie and cheat and get over numbers toward Black Americans. It ain't hard for people who know that know. You look in various positions in the US, you say, oh my goodness, how do they get up there in those positions? Or they work hard. How about you go to Hades with that tactic? There is a atrocious agenda in that as well. For people who know that know, just look up chain migration. People don't know, again, look up chain migration. And you start seeing some of the largest chain migration type of recipients. Let's just say Indians are some of the top of the list who receive chain migration benefits to the US and get however quite number of benefits and freebies as well. But same time, somebody says reparations related to Black Americans. Oh my goodness, stop talking about racism. Get over it. So that game goes. So let's go ahead and share my screen on this part of it. Give me one moment here. One moment. Give me one moment here. Give me one moment. Where did it go? Here we go. Make sure you can see that. Okay. Indian origin taxi driver Gurmeet Singh, this one, because there's similar sounding ones, to be stripped of U.S. citizenship over ROP. ROP, right? Serious violent criminality. Hid crime during naturalization process. The U.S. Department of Justice has announced that it is seeking to revoke the citizenship of Gurmeet Singh, an India origin man who became a naturalized U.S. citizen after hiding a previous conviction for the heinous criminality of a super violent criminal act of ROP. The DOJ said Singh lied about his violent criminal history when he applied for U.S. citizenship, as how many others numbers of people have done and still do. He had previously kidnapped and sexually assaulted a female passenger in his taxi. Oh, but that's the hard-working ones, right? The incident occurred after the white woman, most likely she was white, I think, fell asleep in the backseat of his car or something similar, right? That they would call people of color, right? Either one, or minority, which basically numbers of women are considered minorities as well. Singh allegedly drove her to a side street where she awoke to find him on top of her, holding a knife to her throat. He reportedly warned her to stop resisting if she wanted to live, then bound, gagged, blindfolded, and robbed her. Singh became a U.S. citizen on October the 19th, 2011. After hiding these facts during his naturalization process, he was convicted in May 2014 in New York of first-degree rape and second-degree kidnapping as a sexually motivated felony. So he's a felon and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Taking away citizenship or denaturalization can only happen through a federal court ruling. It is a complicated process and is used only when someone lied to get citizenship or committed serious crimes. How many have done that now? Lied. Hidden their serious, atrocious criminality background. We're not talking about some minorness. Somebody can throw some paper to the ground and that's criminal. We're not going to play that little tactic. We're talking about this level. Come on now. People born in the U.S. cannot lose their citizenship. You know, it's interesting for half a second when this situation with certain numbers of tethers and fleers that they were like, oh my goodness, and ones that are anti-ICE, but they want Black Americans to jump up and fall on the sword for these other fleers and pro-open borders advocate groups and people. They want Black Americans to jump up and board and again and fall on the sword for them. You out your freaking mind. Do you understand? I make this point in that the numbers of personnel, well, if you don't help us out, they're going to come get you too. And do what? And deport Black Americans to where? Do you understand? Moreover, the Trump administration has reportedly told United States Citizenship and Immigration Services Office to send 100 to 200 cases a month to the Justice Department in 2026. Like the Singh one, for comparison, only about 1 in 20 cases were filed across the country between 2017 and 2025. The process puts pressure on the courts, but it helps protect the value of U.S. citizenship, according to some Republicans. So, oh my God, it's going to put too pressure on us to sit there and revoke the citizenship, naturalization citizenship of fraudsters. Go to. I'm telling you, man. Well, this minimization of this is atrocious. Such and such person said in a press release, the Department of Justice will continue to strip citizenship from those who commit heinous crimes and conceal them during a naturalization process. American citizenship is a great and sacred privilege that must be earned honestly. But at the same time, right, Black Americans are told that these also ones, these bad ones from India that have lied, the ones this applies to, are some hardworking ones. They're supposed to be some honest ones. Do you understand? When you call that out, oh my goodness, let me tell you what they do. Give me a second, one moment. Because when you call it out, and they don't like being called out of what is reality. Give me a second. You say, well, how do you explain that? You have ones that be like, oh my goodness, because you see through them, they don't like that part, right? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it's not all gone with that. What? Gone with that? It's not all Indy. Gone with that. Now we're gonna play. Wait. Listen, it's not all in. We're not gonna play that again, right? I'm like this, and they're like, I mean, anti-Indian because there's not. Oh, Indy got gone with that. Well, wait a minute. It's not all in gone with that, right? Not gonna play that. But it's not all gone with that. Lastly, from the great Dr. Claude Anderson.
Come in, watch the benefits they get. Come in, over. Come in, watch the benefits they get. They go past black folk at 200 miles an hour, pass them. That's why in all these cities, in Chocolate City, they do better right here in Chocolate City. Now they're underneath the immigrants. Immigrants, they come in the country, they get a point over black folk for being an immigrant. Blacks are the only non-immigrant. Two, they classified, all of them are classified as whites. The Arabs, Asians, Hispanics, they all been reclassified as whites. Even American Indians back in the 1890s became classified as whites. They get a point, that's the second point. They get over black folk in getting access to resources and benefits. The third thing they get the benefits of being put into a minority category. They're classified as minorities over black folk. Thirdly, they come in with a culture, and they can establish a culture, and they can now build businesses and industries and relate back to their homeland. And lastly, what they can do, they also bring in a religious aspect and business opportunities for their people. Black folk get nothing.
But they want to try to tell Black Americans, you just need to work harder. And Black Americans are the foundation of America. You got these other people, including various sections of Indians, are latecomers to America. They are latecomers. Do you understand? And again, it's not about some of the good Indians from India. So we ain't gonna play that game. And I found it offensive, extremely offensive, when people try to play the little minimizing game of, oh my goodness, it's not all Indians. It's offensive. But at the same time, it's understandable to sit there and try to deflect. You understand? Now watch this. This is last. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. I'm doing something in the background here. Give me one moment. One moment here. Let me see if I can share this. Look at that. Look at that. But at the same time, right? Black Americans are supposed to be the problem, right? Go to Haiti for the one that tried to play that tactic. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP show.